Hello, 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 and welcome to Nana's Crochet Ideas. I am your host, Teri, and today we're here to talk about movie and stitch. Now, this is my J movie, and as you know, if you follow along with me, I am doing more than one movie because I need to get this blanket done. And at this rate, one movie, it would take me 5 years to get it done. So my J movie, I've got 3 that I watched. First was Judy. It was on Hulu. It was made in 2019. Renee Zellweger is remarkable in this unforgettable portrait of showbiz legend Judy Garland. The other actors who portrayed in this movie were Jessie Buckley, Finn Wittrock, Rufus Sewell, and it was directed by Rupert Gould. You know, I watch a lot of Judy Garland's things. I've even read books about her life. And I think it's a real tragedy what Hollywood does to these kids who are going into acting. This poor girl didn't even have a chance. And you know, watching this movie was really heartbreaking to me to think about. She seemed to always be searching for someone to love her just for who she was. And I don't know that she ever really found that in her life. And I think that that's the biggest tragedy. That she gave and gave and gave until she had nothing left. And still tried to give. And people just took and took and took from her. You know, I wonder, it would be interesting, I think, although I've seen some things from her children, it'd be interesting to see what her children have to say about how her life was. Tragic, in my opinion, very tragic. Okay, the other movie I watched was called Judgment. It was made in 1990, and I watched it on HBO. The main characters were Keith Carradine, Blythe Danner, Michael Faustino, and David Stratham. This was based on a true story. This film focuses on a husband and wife, Pete and Emmeline Guthrie, whose faith in the Roman Catholic Church is rocked when they discover that their child was molested by a priest. Pete no longer wants to attend church, but Emmeline cannot abandon her faith. Only when they find out that other children were molested and that the church has covered it up do they proceed with legal action. You know, there seems to be a lot of these coming out recently. I watched one not that long ago. I'm not sure if it was, I'm not sure where I watched it. I want to say it maybe was on Netflix, and it was about a story about, I don't remember the name of the movie, but it was a series. It wasn't just a movie, it was a series. And it was primarily about the death of a nun. Sister or something, started with an S. But, again, it focused on, it was adult women who had been students of the nun who were investigating on their own because it had been so many years and the police had come to nothing, and they felt it was a cover-up. And what were they covering up? Priests molesting children. In fact, in this story, which is supposed to be true, the priests were not only molesting the girls, but basically, sorry, my mind just went blank. Selling them, selling them for sex. Whoring them out, if you will. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but none of those were it. but it's all I could come up with at the moment. I think that the Judgment movie was a good movie, but I enjoyed the Netflix one better, but I don't remember the name. But if you look it up, it was based on a true story, and it is an investigative type show, and it is a series that's on there right now, and it was Sister somebody. Sister Sally, Sister, I don't know. Okay, then I watched one more movie, and this was called Just Before I Go. And it is a story of a man who wants to commit suicide. He's given up on life. There's nothing left for him. And so it's said about it, since it'll tell what I was going to say anyway. A man travels back to his hometown to make amends before he gives up on life. So he goes back to his hometown to kind of settle the score, if you will, but he doesn't want to hurt anybody. He just wants to kind of confront them and maybe find out whys, why not, what ifs. And that's what he does. And so it was made in 2015. I also watched that on HBO. It was a comedy drama. Cast were Sean William Scott, Olivia Thirlby, Garrett Dillahunt, Kate Walsh, Kyle Gallner, and Rob Riggle. Now for my K movie, I'm having a hard time finding K movies. What I did find was Kiss the Girls, which I've already seen, Kong, Skull Island, and Kingdom of Heaven. So those are the three that I found. I will continue to look and see if I can find something else that I really want to watch, but that's what I found. So let's go on to the stitch. Here is my blanket. It's coming along nicely. There are lots of threads. There's the knife, the bottom of the helmet, and the chin of the face. And then the other knife. And I am in the gray, so it is going much quicker than the black. But I still only did 2 rows in, I think the show was an hour and a half. I think. But, you know, with doing the crocheting, especially when I hit the black, I notice I'm struggling a lot. But I have had times with the black where I just get 1 row done in a 2-hour movie. So that's why I need to, sorry, the 2 rows was in 1 movie. That's why I need to watch more than 1 movie. But I'm happy with it. I think it's coming along nicely. I'm sorry it's so rolled up, so I can't really show it properly. But that's what I have for you today. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed it. May God bless you. Have a wonderful few days, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye now.